Good afternoon. I'm the Atheist Badger, and I'm going to talk to you today about the beginning of the universe, the emergence of life, evolution, and the role of God in all of this. We'll start by looking at the beginning of the universe and see how it's not necessary to use a creator, and that it's perfectly possible, and in fact perfectly probable, that the entire universe came into existence without any form of higher power or divine intervention. Secondly, we'll look at the emergence of life and the way that it's not necessary to have a God to get it all going, and the fact that it's almost a necessity for life to begin without the necessity for God. Lastly, we'll look at modern life and modern society and ask the question, even if there is a God, do we really need one today? This is our home, our galaxy, the Milky Way. Containing hundreds of billions of stars, it is around 100,000 light years across and weighs in at around 1 trillion times the mass of the Sun. It contains countless wonders like this, the Eagle Nebula, a vast cloud of gas and dust where stars are born. It was in one such cloud around 4.5 billion years ago that the Sun was born. Every speck of light and every blob in this image is a galaxy like our own. And this image takes up only a tiny part of the night sky, meaning that there are many, many billions of galaxies in the observable universe. But where did it all begin? $13.7 billion years ago, the universe came into existence in a cataclysmic event that created all the matter, all the energy, and even the space that we see around us today. This explosion originated from something called a singularity. This is an object so incredibly small that even an atom would look gargantuan beside it. As yet, we're unable to describe the initial conditions within this singularity, but physicists and astronomers around the world are using the cutting edge of technology to unravel the mysteries of this early stage. We do know, however, what took place a fraction of a second after this mighty event. A vast explosion blasts out, and the universe begins to expand rapidly in a period known as the inflationary epoch. As this expansion takes place, energy begins to condense into the smallest fundamental particles, known as quarks. Then, just 1/1,000,000th of a second after the beginning, these quarks begin to form protons, hydrogen nuclei, that make up around 3/4 of the universe. It is dark now for over 300,000 years. The universe continues to expand, but eventually light begins to stream through the universe. This light can still be seen today in the form of the Cosmic Microwave Background, or CMB, as shown in this image from the Wilkinson Microwave Anisotropy Probe. The light in this image truly is a relic of creation, the fingerprint, the smoking gun left over from the Big Bang. Then finally, after 100 million years, the first stars begin to shine. The stelliferous era has begun. It is at this point that the Milky Way forms, and within it, a massive star burning ferociously reaches the end of its short life in a supernova explosion. The dying remnants of this star are thrown out into the void. They are comprised of carbon, iron, oxygen, and all of the other elements that are found on Earth today. Indeed, it is from these remnants that our Sun was born, and it is from the ashes of that ancient star that you, me, and everything we have ever known is made. The planets, their rings and moons, and the very Earth itself are made from stardust. Now, where in all this is an argument for or against God? It could be said that such an amazing event, such a cataclysmic event, such a wonderful, beautiful passing moment in history must be the brainchild of some vast, omnipotent creator. But it's that very amazement, that very wonder, that very beauty that gives me an itch I just can't scratch with religion. Now, all major religions mention the creation of the earth. They get it a little bit wrong. They all mention the creation of man. They get that a little bit wrong too. But at least they mention it. Now, you would have thought that a doctrine passed down from the very creator itself, if it is going to mention these pivotal moments in the history of mankind and in the history of the world, you might have thought that he may just put at least some kind of small footnote or at least a brief mention of the creation of the entire universe. He doesn't mention the sun, he doesn't mention the Big Bang, he doesn't mention all of the 13 billion years in between the beginning of the universe and the ascent of man. Now, there is also something else fundamentally wrong with this picture. If you look at all of the processes that we briefly discussed in that previous section, if you look at them in detail, what you will notice is that there is no need for a creator in any of these processes. Let me explain. There are four fundamental forces that govern every single process in the universe. They are gravity, which we're all familiar with, the electromagnetic force, which deals with electricity, light, things like that, and we have the strong and weak nuclear interactions. And they deal with the processes that take place within atoms. Now, none of these processes require a creator, and all of the processes that created the stars, the matter itself, created the Earth, all of these processes take place simply for the existence of the four fundamental forces. At no point do you need a creator in any of those processes. Some of these processes, creation of stars, are still going on today for us to watch. If you remember, the picture of the Eagle Nebula is a place where to this day stars are being born, simply from the effects of gravity. There is no need for a creator. And as we shall go on and look into the ascent of life on this planet, we will see that there is no need for a creator there either.